If you're trying to decide whether Montessori is right for your child, maybe my experience can help. My daughter just graduated from Montessori after spending 3 years there, from age 2 to 5. I'm not here to explain the Montessori philosophy or tell you it's the right decision for every single family. I just want to share these 3 things I'm still grateful for after 3 years. The first is how they help my daughter see the world. I honestly didn't expect 2 and 3 years old to learn geography in such a meaningful way. They spend months exploring maps, continents, and different countries. At one point, my daughter was constantly drawing word maps, one continent at a time. It wasn't just about memorizing where countries are. Whenever the class learned about different parts of the world, families from those places were invited to come in and share their culture. Parents would bring traditional clothing, music, meaningful objects from home. So for my daughter, a country wasn't just a place on a map. It was people, traditions, stories. She learned very early that the world is a big place and that people can live very differently from us. The second thing was the mixed age classroom. When she first started at 2-year-old, she was the youngest child in the room. She learned by watching the older kids how to choose work, how to clean up, how to wash dishes, and how to take care of the classroom. And then a few years later, everything changed. She became one of the older children and the one helping younger kids. Every child also had classroom jobs and small responsibilities every day. That's probably my favorite thing about how Montessori thinks about leadership. Leadership isn't about being the loudest kid or the most outgoing. It's about learning something and then being able to help someone else learn it too. Over these 3 years, I watched her go from I need help to I can do it myself and to I can help someone else. That progression meant so much to me. The third, and probably the one that I'm most grateful for, is that no one ever tried to make her fit into someone else's definition of a good kid. My daughter has never been the child who immediately speaks up in a group. If people had to describe her, some would probably call her shy or quiet. I've always tried to avoid putting those labels on her. And what I appreciate the most was that her teacher never did it either. Not once did they tell me she needs to talk more or she should be more outgoing. Instead, they would say things like, I noticed she's really curious about this. She's incredibly focused when she's working. And when she's in a new environment, she likes to observe first and then would talk about how to support who she already was. That changed the way I think about education. So if you're visiting Montessori schools, and of course, it's important to ask what they teach, but I also pay attention to 3 other things. How do they help children understand the world? And how do they teach responsibilities? And maybe the most importantly, how do they see each child?